purchase your copy of TurboCAD from cadcourse.net.
All right, now there have been some other improvements in the area of LightWorks. I understand there's a new LightWorks engine in there. Can you just tell us about that briefly?
Yes. Well, we have added the ACIS 16 engine and the LightWorks, the newest LightWorks engine. They're faster and more efficient in their use of processor time. Are the real benefits. We haven't added any new materials or environments or luminances functionality. Essentially, it's a core engine improvement for faster rendering.
All right. Well, one of the rendering improvements that I think is worth noting is the ability to put a material on a surface as opposed to the whole 3D object.
That's actually a V12 improvement.
Oh, okay. So I'm a little bit behind the times there.
Yes, but you can assign a specific material to a facet of an object as opposed to the entire object. Yeah.
Sorry, Brian, before you go, could you just give us another overview of anything else that's particularly exciting in this version?
I think I can. I'm going to say that we've also added some new compound profiles and blocks, and that allows you to put in some interesting function. You can design 2D blocks and use them and use the different elements in that block that you insert into your drawing for creating 3D objects through extrusion and etc. for rotation. So you can, if you go back and change the block, it will change multiple different types of objects. It's a little bit detailed to go into now, but it's a very nice function. I can create a block, 2D block, and use that as a base for 3D objects. You couldn't do that before.
Okay, excellent.
And the other one for me, which is kind of fun, for a long time, I've wanted to be able to lay in landscapes. They were kind of difficult to do. I mean, it wasn't impossible. It's just not very efficient. Now we have a landscape tool. It's very easy to lay in a series of nodes like that and say finish. Come in with my node edit tool. Cancel. Let's get the node edit tool going here. I can select these nodes. Again, we have a delta Z value, so I can come in and say 5 there, and I can select just that node, and if I can.
And what's also significant here is that you can import these X, Y, Z values via a spreadsheet, can't you?
Yeah, you can. So you can actually bring in an actual text file. So I've created that. Now, if I render that, I'll get kind of a, let's change my lights, and let's give a headlight that's white, so we can see something there. And that's okay, but that's not great. But I can do things like I can change the softness of that landscape, so I can smooth it, and I can say 2, and when I come back to it, it's going to be even smoother. It's going to do a subdivision on that and make it a smoother rotation. What's really cool about this, though, is if you look at it in 2D, and boom, you've got your contour lines. Great for putting in, doing a plot for your house or yard or any construction work that you're planning.
That is fantastic, huh?
Yep. Really pleased.
So you simply just go to the top view and you look at it from the top view and you'll get the contours.
Right.
Excellent.
Yeah. And so this is one of the aspects that's very cool about TurboCAD for a lot of objects, walls, doors, landscapes. Now, it has it understands that in 2D drawings, things need to look different than they do in 3D drawings. It understands that for line drawings and renderings, things need to look different for different purposes. And you have that capacity.
All right. Now, very briefly, what is the difference between the different flavors of TurboCAD? Like, I know the new Deluxe version has now got rendering in it, but it's still missing the ACIS engine.
Yeah, the Deluxe version of Turbo. There's essentially 3 versions of TurboCAD. Standard. There's Designer, which is strictly 2D, It's a great tool for students. It's a great tool for hobbyists who are just doing 2D drawings. There's Deluxe, which is 3D surface modeling only, but we have added the ACIS materials, lighting, luminosity, and environments. The ACIS, the LightWorks engine is now in TurboCAD Deluxe, and that's on the street, so that you can buy in a local store or buy from you, Rob, or from us directly.
Right.
Then you have TurboCAD Pro, which is the straight vanilla version of Pro. Has most of all the functionality: solid modeling, LightWorks, part tree, etc. And then there are two upper editions, kind of branches out. There's a mechanical edition and an architectural edition. The mechanical edition has all the mechanical features added. The architectural edition has all the architectural tools added. And then there's the Platinum edition, and that's everything. It's got the whole thing. So all the mechanical tools, all the architectural tools, ACIS, and so on, right down the line. So if you want to get it all, you go with the Platinum.
All right, that's very exciting stuff. Thank you very much for your time, Brian. Is there anything you'd like to say in closing?
No, it's been good talking to you, Rob, and I hope everybody's really enthusiastic about this new version.
It certainly has been very well received so far, and it certainly seems to be, far more stable than earlier versions, and it's got some great functionality that I think people are enjoying.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
Glad to talk to you.
Bye-bye then.
All right, bye.
Get this movie and many others in higher resolution from CADcourse.net.